Hello, hello, my friends. AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. Welcome back to my face and my card making space. I'm a super cute spring scene card with very easy ink blending. I used like Twinkle paste, some stickles, splatter, all the fun things. As always, everything I used will be listed and linked in the description box below the video. My links are affiliate links. That just means that if you click on one of my links and end up placing an order, I do get a little kickback from that at no extra cost to you. So it helps keep the lights on, pays the bills, keeps my heaters running, enables me to keep bringing out content. And yeah, in the end screen, I'll link to some other Pretty Pink Posh videos I've done because today's features Pretty Pink Posh, specifically their February release. I did a video like a week ago, something. I'll have it in the end screen along with some other fun little videos. And yeah, that's enough chatter. Let's get into making the card. I love Pretty Pink Posh so much. So cute. Okay. I started with an A2 panel of just white cardstock. Something like this is good for if you don't have like a lot of color cardstock, because it takes a while to build up a stash with that. Basic white cardstock and a selection of inks and some decent brushes, we're good to go. So I'm using the waffle flower background blender brushes for some of these larger bits because fastest way to get ink on. And then I'm using Altenew Fresh Dye inks for all of my ink blending. And for this background, I started with turquoise ink, just laid down a decent amount. And I'm not worried about like getting a perfect blend while it's still wet. These inks soften and smooth out and dry back a bit. On top of the fact that I'm gonna like stencil on top of this, add die cuts, splatter, all the things. So not even overthinking even in the slightest how it looks, especially on camera, because for whatever reason, I've talked about this in past videos. I swear my camera just wants to make things look as weird as possible sometimes, and I find it funny when I make a project and then I'm going to edit it and I'm sitting here staring at it on the screen. I was like, it didn't look like that when I was working on it. Why? Anyway, I blended on Starlight onto that as well. Kind of went back and forth a bit. And then I stuck this to a grip mat. And I used the Raindrops Stencil. And this is Distress Texture Paste in Twinkle. And this stuff looks white. It dries clear. And it actually dries really quickly. I need to play with this stuff more. Yeah, it dries quite quickly. And the Twinkle one has just the lightest hint of sparkle to it. It's very subtle. It's more of a gloss effect with just a hint of sparkle. It's quite pretty. And I'm glad that I let it dry. I cleaned off my mat, my stencil immediately. I let it dry and then I showed it here on camera because I end up adding so much to the card panel you don't really see a whole lot of it, but it's fun. And yeah, just like I said, just the hint of sparkle with this. And yeah, I created these cute little raindrops. And again, not only Pretty Pink Posh, but like anything rain themed, umbrellas and raindrops and all of it. I'm here for it. Especially when I'm sitting in my cold garage. It's not super cold, but up here in Saskatchewan, we are not going to have spring until like May, late May is when it, starts to get warm out. So anyway, for my little main character, this is the chick holder little die set. Pretty Pink Posh has several different little holder critters, and they're super cute. I've done several videos. That one I blended Citrus Burst and Fresh Lemon onto, and then we'll come back to him. And then there's the Springtime Holder editions, because of course there's all these little critters, and then there's several die sets in different themes with all sorts of little elements that they can be holding or little accessories for them, and you can just use them on their own as well. So I die cut, again, most of it from like white cardstock. And the umbrella, I blended Starlight, and then I added Sapphire to that. And then this is an oldie but goodie favorite. This is the grass border die that came out a million years ago. And I die cut that. I didn't remove it from the cardstock. I just die cut the border and then kind of left it because it gave me something to hold on to. And then that I blended Firefly and Grass Fields ink. And I gotta say, I need to use these background blender brushes more. Even though I've sped all this up in editing, those brushes, it took no time. Like the background, no time. The chick, the umbrella, the grass, like just slap it on that color. It was so fast. Love it. Love it. So I set all that aside. And then all these little die cut pieces, these are from that Springtime Holder Editions die set. And another thing I love, I've talked about this before, a lot of the Pretty Pink Posh die sets, the dies die cut multiples at a time, like those little leaves. The die cut's like 4 at a time. Love it. Because I don't have that much patience to like sit and die cut this many of little tiny things like this. Like, no thank you. It was not very many passes. And while I was die cutting these, I was die cutting the other elements, my sentiments, etc. So it took little time, very little time. So I stuck all these pieces to that same grip mat and then used the same, I used the same greens, the Firefly and the Grass Field. And then for the little flower pot, I used turquoise. And then that little piece, that's his beak. So amber blaze for that. And then for the little tulips, I used baby pink and fuchsia. So I did some in pink. And for all these little pieces, I'm using the Ultinu micro blending brushes. Just something a little smaller, a little more convenient. Although another option you could do is just if you have bigger blending brushes, is you could also just blend ink onto cardstock and then die cut it. But I've kind of talked about this. I like to die cut first and then add ink or ink smushing or watercolor, whatever it is I'm deciding to do. I like to die cut first. It's just, I like to see where everything is, but that's just me. So for this little chick, there is that die cuts his eyes. I didn't use that. I just used these little eye for an eye shape sprinkles. Yes, I could have added googly eyes to it. I did think about it again, but I just wasn't feeling it for this. Even though googly eyes are so cute, I just wasn't feeling it. So I just used these little shape sprinkles. You could also just die cut the eyes from like black cardstock, adhere them, and add a little bit of like glossy accents. The twinkle paste. If you could create a little mask, and you could do the twinkle paste. Die cut the eyes, adhere them, because the die has, and place them exactly where the die has them, and then create a little mask, aka like a little stencil with the die, and use that to scrape over a bit of that twinkle paste, and that would give it a little bit of like gloss. Just thought it out on the fly. That would probably work. Yeah. So that's an option too. So I've got that little chick, and he's just adorable. I love him. He has the cutest little feet too. I'm kind of sad that you can't see them. That's why I didn't bother die cutting them, but I was like, I don't know why. His little feet in the die set, I was like, darn it. I almost should have but I just had this idea. I wanted him sitting in the umbrella. That's just where I went with this, but you don't get to see his feet and they're really cute. So anywho, for my scene, I also used the Stitch Clouds dies. That's a huge die set. There's like a bunch of options. Some with the flat bottoms, some that are all like curved like this, and they all of course have stitching detail all around the perimeters. Love. I die cut them from white cardstock as well as vellum. And the vellum, you gotta hide the adhesive because as you can see right there, glue shows through vellum. It ain't pretty. So I adhered the vellum clouds first and then the white ones. And then I adhered my grass border. And then flipped everything over and just trimmed off all the little bits hanging off the edges here with my scissors once I made sure everything was like lined up. And then once I've got all of those adhered into place, my little chick and his little umbrella, I'm gonna glue those together. And then he's holding the one little flower pot. I don't know why I like these little critters. They're just cute. They're just cute. So, and they can be holding all kinds of things. So I popped those on with some thin foam tape. And then all these other little flowers and bits that I had die cut and assembled, I'm just tucking these in to create my little scene here. And I'd added, those leaves to the tulips, even though I know tulips have like a different style of leaf, like really long and thin. But I just like the texture it added. So, and then these little flowers, these are also from that Springtime Holder Editions. And another thing I love, die cuts multiples of those. And then those little flower centers, same thing. It's a die that die cuts like 4 or something like that at once. Love it. Anything like that that just adds that little bit of convenience. Cause like, I don't mind I love die cutting. I love die cutting, but when it starts getting ridiculously repetitive, I start losing my mind. So dies that die cut multiples just make my life easier. So I adhered all of those. The little butterflies are also from the Springtime Holder editions. I die cut the bodies, or like the wings, the whole thing from VELLUM. And then the little bodies, that's a separate wafer die. Die cut that from just black cardstock. Same with like the handle for the umbrella and the little flower centers. I just die cut those from scraps of black cardstock. And then I only put glue behind the little bodies of those butterflies so their wings just naturally like pop up a little bit. And then that hello sentiment, also from that same die set. Didn't end up using it. It'll go back like with the package of the dies because I'll use it on a future project. And then of course I'm going to add splatter. So everything's adhered to my card front. I put it in my splat box, and then I'm using the Hero Arts white acrylic speckle and stuck that onto my palette, and then used my little fan brush and added a good amount of the white splatter to this card front because I like my splatter and it gives it a little bit of texture and it's just fun. It's just fun. So added that, and then I'm going to clean my brush off, and then I'm going to use the black acrylic speckle. And yeah, these are acrylic. They are permanent. They are not, so if you leave it to dry on your palette, don't leave it to dry on your brush, especially, because it is a form of acrylic paint. It's just very liquidy, very pigmented, very liquidy, but permanent. So clean it immediately. So I clean my brush, clean my palette immediately. I added a little bit of the black splatter, just much lighter hand with that, just a little bit, just a little bit. And then set that aside to dry. My card base is a top folding A2 white note card, and I stuck it to my grip mat. My clean stencil put over on the inside, put some post tape at the score line, and I didn't pull out the ink pad or anything. I just used the brush and whatever ink was still left on that blue brush and just lightly went over. I just didn't press really hard with the brush, just kind of light dusting to get those little raindrops on the inside of my card. And then the sentiment is from the Easter Banner Greetings set. And I lined that up and I just used my little MISTI light there because it sticks to the grip mat. And then I stamped the sentiment with VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink. And then I'm going to add the remaining little flower pot and one of the vellum butterflies, because those I ran that through as I was like, doing my passes of the die cutting. I die cut multiples of the butterflies because I was like, these are cute. And y'all know, if you've watched my content for any amount of time, I have a thing for like little vellum butterfly wings and dragonflies, and they're just cute. So I adhere those to the inside. And then this is the sentiment I wanted to use. This big, large spring shadow die set. And to build my sentiment for it, I was originally going to use that hello die cut word, but it was too big. And I had a lot going on this card by this point. So instead, I took the Easter Banner Greetings, and there's a little sentiment that says hello spring. I don't want the spring word. I just want the word hello. So I had purposely avoided adding splatter to that spot on the umbrella, and then inked up just the word hello. Stamped perfectly the first time. There's something ridiculously satisfying when that happens. It doesn't happen very often, but it did stamp. Just perfection. So after I'd stamped it, I adhered the card front to my card base, and then adhered the die cut spring word. And that I had die cut from white cardstock, glued together. The outline I die cut from vellum. And then I glued a third die cut word to the back behind the vellum. That's where I added my glue. So that pops up the word a little bit, plus it makes it so much easier because, like I said earlier, glue shows through vellum. It's not pretty. It just looks messy. So having that little die cut word on the back just gives it that little extra lift. Plus it gives me a place to put glue without messing around with the vellum, because I love vellum, but it is finicky. And then my final embellishment is some diamond stickles. And I just went through and added a very thin amount. Like I'm barely squeezing the bottle, and I use the nozzle to kind of push it around. And by adding it in a very thin amount, it dries really quick. if you do want to add it like dimensionally, like glop it on, you totally can. Just be prepared to leave it for a really long time. And if you're applying it over things that are water reactive, like these water reactive inks, they will change the color of the ink depending on the color of the ink, the type, pinks especially, change a little bit. But when you apply it thin, it's very minimal. You can see it change it a teeny bit, but not a ton. But if you apply it thick, don't be surprised if you've applied it over something you've inked that the ink color changes if the stickles was really thick. It depends. I don't mind it because sparkle. I like the sparkle. I'm here for it. So yeah, I let the stickles dry, and that finished off this card. So you got shimmer, shimmery, glossy little raindrops and sparkles and splatters and cuteness, and these were fun. Links are down below. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye. Thank you so much to my amazing Patreon supporters. For anyone that might be interested in joining my Patreon community and supporting me, the link to my Patreon is in the description box below the video. For everyone else, as always, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch my videos, for thumbs upping, commenting, subscribe if you haven't, I'd love to have you. And here's a couple other videos for you to check out in case you missed them. Bye!